Hello, everybody. It's your good buddy Spider. I don't know what my hair is doing right now. I can't seem to get it not to be whatever it's doing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm all disheveled today. I think even my beard is lopsided. I don't know. Whatever. It is episode 90 of the Uncanny Spirits Club. We're on the road to 100. I don't know when exactly that's going to happen because, as I've been doing for a while now, these videos are pre recorded. Right now, as of this broadcast, it is the first couple of weeks of January. Uh, you won't be seeing this for quite some time, so I don't know. So, episode 100, by the time you see this, might have actually already been recorded. Or maybe I'll make sure I do a live broadcast of that. Maybe I'll try to do something special for my 100th tasting in the Uncanny Spirits Club, separate from the other ones that Rob and I did for the former Patreon page for this Uncanny Earth. So today, and it has been a long time since I've had one of these. Not this particular one, but just anything from this country. This is Toki Suntory whiskey. This is Japanese whiskey. I've only reviewed one Japanese whiskey on the channel. In all of the times that I've had. No, I think I've done another. I think I did the Nikka coffee grain whiskey, maybe. I'll have to go back and take a look. I don't know. I didn't see it on my list, but I know Rob and I have had the Suntory, and I thought we had reviewed it as well. But we only reviewed the Tenjaku, which was one of the early episodes of the Spirits Club. But we didn't review the Suntory, and I thought we had. Well, something by Suntory, because it's Suntory is like the overall arching brand, Beam Suntory, and Toki is this particular expression. So it's been a long time, and I was about due for one. This retails the exact dollar amount, and I should have saved the receipt. I should know better by now. I've done 90 of these videos now. I should know better. Save your receipt so you can tell people the accurate pricing. But I believe it's between $34 and $36.99 at my local grocery store. That's before tax, of course, and any other fees that you might have at your grocery store. Which was pretty reasonable. So I'm pretty interested in seeing what it's going to be like. And I think it has a twist cap, as most of them do. Most of the Japanese ones don't have a cork. But the bottle's in there real snug. But it's a nice, simple label, like all of their labels from Suntory. It looks good. It says, from the founding house of Japanese whiskey, established 1923. And on the box, it says 100th anniversary Suntory whiskey. So it's been around. Yeah, it's the 100th anniversary. It was last year. So this came out last year. This was last year's release. And it has a big, long story on the back. And I'm not going to read you this entire thing. I would stumble all over myself trying to read that. But in short, Toki means time in Japanese. And it brings together old and new, the House of Suntory's proud heritage and its innovative spirits. And this is 86 proof. It's 43% alcohol by volume. So we're gonna crack this open and see what it's like. I've liked the Japanese whiskeys in the past. I haven't been like avoiding them on purpose. I don't know if maybe people thought, oh no, it's just they're not as readily available for the less expensive ones, and I've been kind of in a period where I've had to spend less money. So you got to do what you got to do. But as I figured, it's a twist cap. But this one showed up. It was a good price, and I would like to do more. Japanese whiskeys. I have to set aside some more funds for that kind of thing. But let's twist that cap off and let's take a sniff. Smells interesting. Smells kind of scotchy, maybe Irish, a little bit. It's hard to tell. Just from the bottle itself. A little bit of rosiness in there, though. So let's pour some of this. Let's see what we get. Now, one thing you may notice about Japanese whiskeys is a lot of times, because of the water that they use and the barrels they use in the process, it is lighter in color. It's closer to Irish whiskey in color, which a lot of times is a lighter shade of gold and yellow. Not quite like urine colors, of course, but it's definitely lighter looking than a lot of the bourbons I've been having lately. And let's take another sniff at that. Smells fresh, smells snappy, kind of citrusy, but without the citrus smell. It's like the freshness of citrus, but without the orangey lemony smell. It's kind of like a zest to it, but not zesty like the current term that's going around with the young kids today. I don't know. Maybe it is, but I'm not. But whatever. If you are, you're fine. You can be zesty all you want. Just I'm not. Smells a little bit like peach, not like. And when I say it smells like peach, I don't mean like, oh wow, it's peach flavored. It's something that you get on the nose. Like I've talked about this before. I have difficulty trying to describe sometimes the taste and smell sensations I get from my spirits, because I don't have the same kind of artistic outlook as some of the more famous reviewers and testers would say. Like, I'm not going to take a drink of this and be like, it has black currant on the nose with coffee grounds and light bits of lemon zest sprinkled over your grandmother's ashes. And I'm just kind of like, that's heavy stuff, but I'm not tasting any of it. I taste what I taste, and I smell what I smell. So it smells like the sensation of a peach, but not peach flavor. If that makes sense to you, it makes sense to me. It's the essence of a peach. A nice ripe peach. So enough of that. Let's and I bit my tongue a couple of days ago, and it's taking a little while to stop being weird. So if I talk funny, if I'm like, apologies in advance. My tongue. Anyway, let's taste this. It is very bright, very clean tasting, which is usually a hallmark of Irish whiskies, at least that I've found. But it also has this depth to it that I usually get with Highland scotches, non-peated scotches. It has a kind of similar aftertaste as it settles on the palate to something like a Macallan or a Glenlivet. It is very similar to that kind of stuff. It does not have the flavor of, say, let's see, you got like a Speyside or something like that. It doesn't taste like that, but it definitely tastes, yeah, very Highland Scotchy, but very bright, very fresh, very clean tasting. Compared to a lot of the bourbons that I've been having lately, this is a really nice counterpoint. This is a very nice palate cleanser, I suppose you could say, but it's more of an alternative. Um, I like that. I like that, and it tastes The proof doesn't hit you real hard, but you can definitely taste that the alcohol is in there, but it's in a way that you can taste the strength without the strength overwhelming your taste buds and overwhelming your palate. Like it doesn't make it sour, it doesn't make it bitter, it doesn't like make it be like, oh, if I knock back a few of these, I'm gonna be drunk in 3 minutes. It's you can tell that there's strength in there, so you don't want to go crazy with this. 86 isn't a ridiculously high proof, but it's an easy sipper. It's an easy sipper, and you can get yourself in trouble with a few of these, I would imagine. But it's good. Hmm. And a little bit of sourness on the second one now that the taste buds have adjusted to the first bit and the first dram, and it's kind of like everything's in motion, all the chemicals are moving and adjusting. It's boosting saliva a little bit. I've talked about before how some whiskeys feel like they're drying you out, like they're drying out things, and it feels like you need to have a drink of something else, like some water or something alongside, or eat something that's real juicy to compensate. This does the opposite. This is a saliva producer. Um, it's something that you could have with like a dry, more like a coffee cake kind of thing, um, or a like a nice sandwich or something like that with thick bread, thick dryish bread, not like dried out. Maybe something with toast, something like that. I always try to think of what I might be able to pair these with meal wise, and I don't get so into depth like, oh, this would be the perfect fish whiskey and beer and whatever. And I because I'm not going to tell you how to drink it or what to drink it with, but that's the impression it's giving to me. I think if you had it with like a juicy steak or something that's real moist, I think they would fight with each other a little bit. They would fight with each other and it'd be a messy experience. But overall, yeah, I like it. And it kind of has, as it settles, it kind of has that peach essence in the taste as well. I'm being reminded more of peaches, and maybe that's more because of the smell. Because maybe as I'm drinking it, the scent is going up my sinuses, and so I'm taking that in at the same time. And it could be because now I'm preconceived to notice peach because I already thought I was smelling it to begin with. Psychology kind of stuff, could go either way. But it is a very I'm getting the peach sensation, almost like peach rings, like gummy peach rings in the back here, and it's not unpleasant. It's not unpleasant. So there you go. That's the Toki. Let me get up close with the box there. Toki Suntory whiskey from the Suntory Whiskey Company, the founding house of Japanese whiskey, established in 1923. On their 100th anniversary, which was last year, of course, because 23 and 23. And last year would be 2023. I don't think this video is going to go into 2025. As it stands, this video is in 2024. But who knows? I might get so sidetracked that I don't post these until in the far future. But when I'm posting this now, last year was 2023. Some archaeologist is going to dig up some remnant of the internet and find this video and be like, oh, he did not know that the very next day the world was going to end. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. I don't know what that was supposed to be. But combine that with my crazy hair and I'm looking very much bunker dweller today. But yeah, Toki Suntory whiskey. Between, if I remember correctly, 34 and 36.99 at my local grocery store here in Ohio. Your prices may vary and your availability as well. Okay, good stuff. 86 proof. I recommend it. I like it. nice and clean and fresh tasting, and good stuff. If you are a Highland Scotch drinker, or if you are an Irish whiskey enjoyer, then you will find this, I think, to your taste between those two expressions, because they're very similar. And that's it. That's all I got for you. Tune in next time for the next episode of the Uncanny Spirits Club. And until then, as always,